What's up, guys? It is Corey from SuperKamiGuru9000, and welcome to my review of Bleach, Chapter 517. So this was it. This was the introduction of the Zero Division, and from the last chapter we got a pretty decent look at their faces. This week we have another better look at what they're actually like, and they are pretty fucking goofy, I'm not gonna lie. I mean, they bust into the place acting like a bunch of Japanese cheerleaders, waving their flags around, talking about how awesome they are. And some of the members of the Gote 13 are a little embarrassed by this. Ichigo in particular looks really weirded out by all of this. And it's just very strange because these are characters that have some really goofy appearances, yet they're extremely powerful, and they only demonstrate that a little bit in this chapter, but a few things are explained and a few things are revealed about some of the pasts of these characters. Only thing I didn't like about this chapter really is that all of the members of the Zero Division, we didn't get to learn all of their names and really what they're all about. We have that big old lady who's, one of the goofier looking ones. That's Kirio, the king of cereals. I'm not quite sure what that means. I don't know if this bitch is like the ruler of Cocoa Puffs. Got the second guy, who's the one with the long pompadour, the guy who kind of looks like Kuwabara from Yu Yu Hakusho, and he sort of has that typical, like, Japanese gangster-style look to him. What I think is interesting about him is, apparently he taught Unohana, like, all of her healing techniques, and he's very smug about all of this. The most interesting member of the group is one they haven't really shed too much light on yet, and I think that's the real big dude, the guy with the prayer beads around his neck and the big beard. What I like a lot about him is just he's such a big, happy, jolly guy. He's basically like the Japanese equivalent of Santa Claus, except that he has a sword and he will fuck you up. What I do like about him is every single time that one guy with a pompadour starts to, like, speak out, he'll come over and, like, just smack him right in the head. So I'm guessing he's probably physically the most strongest of those group. The fourth member is that one female, and she's really interesting. Apparently she was, like, sort of the inspiration for Mayuri Kuratsuchi, because she's kind of like a freaky scientist, and she has, like, all of these weird, like, robotic arms and limbs coming out from her back, which are actually holding these pods which contain the bodies of Rukia, Renji, and believe it or freaking not, Byakuya and Ichigo's sword. So this pretty much definitely confirms that Byakuya is going to be coming back alive, and you already know my feelings about that. The last member of the group they really don't do anything with, which kind of disappointed me. He's that one Elvis-looking guy. He's on, like, the front, like, cover that they show this week, but he really doesn't do anything in this chapter. But there are bigger developments. The reason the Zero Division is here is because they're going to take Rukia, Renji, Byakuya, and all those guys, including Ichigo, to the Palace of the Soul King. One, so that they can heal all those other characters, and two, there's a completely different reason for Ichigo. So that's going to be really big. But at the end of the chapter, before they're getting ready to go off and everything, and Ichigo's questioning them all, there's a message from Hueco Mundo, who I'm pretty much guessing is Orihara. I mean, it's the pretty much typical goofy thing that he would say. So, there was another moment in this chapter that I thought was really cool, where Soifon started to speak out again. She was really pissed that these guys were being so happy and jolly, even though all the Serite was just practically destroyed. And that one guy with the pompadour just comes up right behind her and stops her with just like 3 fingers. I thought that was really awesome. That's just, your first, sign to show that these guys are incredibly powerful. And, this has been done a lot in Shonen series when a new character is introduced. They always show how fast they are and everything, so I can't wait to see what their real abilities are. So like I said, this was a pretty fun chapter. I liked getting to know the personalities of some more of these characters and getting to learn who they actually are and how they've had connections with some of the characters in the past. I would have liked to gotten the names of all of these characters and kind of have a better understanding, but this is a weekly manga, so it can't run on forever. But I still really enjoyed this one, had some really great character artwork, and a lot of people have been dogging the Zero Division for how goofy they look, but you know what, I really like the way they look. I think it's a great contrast with some of the other characters in the series. But still, I wanted to learn a little bit more, so I'm just going to give this one a 9 out of 10. It was still a really great chapter, and it's great to see all these new characters get introduced at such a lightning pace. And they're all just really interesting and different for the series, so I really like that. Alright guys, so how did you feel about this week's chapter of Bleach? How did you like the Zero Division? You can let me know with your comments below. And remember guys, as always, if you like this video, make sure and give it a thumbs up. That concludes this review today. SuperKamiGuru9000. Out.